Hi again, BookTube, Lola here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you the top 10 books of 2016 for me. This doesn't mean they came out in 2016, it's just what I've read over the year. I'm going to start with number 10, which is the lowest, and that is I Hate Fairyland, and that is by Scotty Young. This was an absolutely fantastic little graphic novel about this little girl here, and she basically goes around killing all the fairyland creatures, as you can see by the front cover. That's giving no spoilers, but it's absolutely fantastic because it's obviously a little girl, but she's actually been there for about 30 years, so she's basically an adult trapped in a little girl's body. It's just a very cool adventure with amazing artwork, very colourful, which is quite ironic for this book. Show you a bit more artwork. It is very gruesome and graphic, so yeah, this was an absolutely fantastic read. Read it in like one sitting, that is. And yeah, I would really recommend this book for you guys. I think there's another one coming out in 2017, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll have to get it in 2017, so go ahead and read it. It's absolutely fantastic for all you graphic novels. Number 9 is going to be The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, but I'm saying the graphic novel version, but I don't own that. I got it from the library, so I'm just going to show you the book. The book is absolutely fantastic as well, but I really like the graphic novel that I read of this because all the depictions and all the images that it shows tells the story really well. I think it works so well as a graphic novel, and there's 2 volumes of it to show the entire story, and I just love the experience of reading this book in graphic novel form, so I would highly recommend it. Number 8 I don't have on me, but it is Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman, and I really loved that as well. I read that in one sitting on the bus home from the library, so I took it back the next time I went in. But basically that is a story about a dad going out to fetch some milk, but he makes it like this really epic adventure to tell his children when he gets home. He loses the milk and he gets the milk back. He just really needs to get home to his kids with this bottle of milk so that they can have their breakfast, but it takes him ages. So it's him telling his kids the story of his adventures on going to fetch the milk from the shop. So yeah, it's a very quick read. It's a kid's book, but I really enjoyed it, so I'd really recommend it for all you Neil Gaiman lovers out there who like quite a unique story plot and just Neil Gaiman in general, for people who like things that are quite unique. Number 7 was Cress by Marissa Meyer. I spoke about this in my last video. It is actually one of my favourite books this year because of the Rapunzel element and how naive she is in the book, and yeah, I just really enjoyed this one, as opposed to the previous book of it, Scarlet, as you know I don't like. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I really thought it brought the series back to where it should be. So yes, this is in my top 10 for this year, and I really enjoyed this book. Rapunzel retelling. The next book, number 6 in my top 10, is The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket, in a series of unfortunate events. This is the 3rd book of the series, following the Baudelaire children in their unfortunate adventures. This one is when they go and visit or live with a woman who is very obsessed with grammar. She's very obsessed with keeping herself safe. But yeah, they have to kind of figure their way through living with her and making sure that Count Olaf doesn't get around her to get to them and their fortune. So yeah, this is my favourite book in the series so far. Number 5, and this is The Cursed Child, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and this is by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. It's on my top 10 of this year because it's a very unique book, and it's a screenplay, it's like a script, which is J.K. Rowling is doing currently for the Fantastic Beasts movies as well, which I have here but I haven't read yet. I watched film, it's so good. Anyway, Cursed Child, it was a fantastic read. I can't tell you much about it without ruining it, but it's very different. It explains a few things from the Harry Potter series as well that you might not know about, so I would pick this up. This is a book that you'll either hate or you'll love it, so you'll have your own opinion on this, but I really, really enjoyed it. I read it in one sitting. Number 4 in my list is Dreamwalker by J.D. Oswald. This is a book I picked up quite by accident, because I thought it was another book and then it wasn't. But I'm so glad I did, and I've bought the rest of the series now because it's just such a good book. It's got dragons in it, guys. It's just so good. And it follows 2 young boy characters that don't know each other yet. It is such a good book, and I can't wait to read the rest of the series, which I'm definitely going to read next year when I finish the Throne of Glass series for once and for all. I think that'll be the next thing I try and pick up. Don't quote me on that because I might be in the mood for something different, but I will definitely start reading. The next book in my list is number 3, The Throne of Glass book, like the first book in the series, by Sarah J Maas. As you can see, very labelled up here because I really enjoyed it. I even did like chapter synopsis on this one, I think. Like I put little labels in the book to tell me what was going on, and I think I did this for pretty much every single chapter. Yeah, I did. Favourite book. Like one of my favourite books of all time. I really love this. So this would actually be in my top 10 favourite books of all time as well, but this is number 3 in my favourite books of this year. I absolutely love it. It's got so much fantasy, intrigue and darkness in it. It's unreal. It's about an assassin called Selena Zardothian, and basically it just follows her from being taken out of the salt mines as a punishment because she was captured. She's been an assassin since she was quite young because she was captured when she was like 17, I think. And then they take her out a year later to serve the king as his personal assassin. But this follows her going through trials of becoming said personal assassin, or the king's champion of the world. So yeah, this follows her making friends with certain people in the kingdom and becoming a new person basically, and still going against this king that she has to work for and she hates him. So I would very much recommend picking up this if you haven't. My second favourite book of this year was The Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. This is the 3rd book in the series and the best book in the series so far, as many others would agree. This is her leaving the kingdom of who she serves. She's been sent off on an assassination somewhere else, but basically you get to explore a new place where the Fae live, because these are books about Fae and who the Fae are, and Selena goes out and discovers that part of the world as well. So basically she's on a quest to assassinate somebody for the king, but this isn't her plan. She wants to do something different, so to learn who she is and what she's missed out on in her life of being this assassin instead of who she really should be. Secrets! So yes, this is what actually my second favourite series of all time. I love it so much. Currently reading the last book, as I said before in my previous video. Please pick these up, they're so good. If you love fantasy, you'll love these, basically. And my favourite book of the year, number 1, is Nest by Terry Goodkind. Of course it's going to be a Terry Goodkind book, guys. If he's brought a book out that year, it's going to be my favourite. Simple as that. Yeah, this is a new genre by Terry Goodkind, so I was very slightly sceptical, but I knew he could do it, so I wasn't too sceptical. I was only worried about me not liking a thriller because I've never read thriller before, but it was wonderful and I loved it, so please pick up Terry Goodkind's books if you haven't already. Please pick this up, it's something fresh, new, and you can just pick it up from any good bookshop basically. So that is my top 10 of 2016, guys. It's the last day of 2016, so I had to wrap it up and tell you what my favourite books were of this year. So thank you so much for watching another video. Please tell me down in the comments if you liked any of these books, if you read them this year. Thank you so much for watching my last video of the year, and I will see you next year, of course. Bye!